I hear cut down. I'm like, what happened? I was looking at myself. I didn't know what you're doing.
I've needed the shit for about 20 minutes
All
in.
right. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dual Hemisphere Hangout. My name is Luke, and joined with me each and every week, I do have my lovely co-host Jake. Jake, my man, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing on this fine and wonderful weekend? It's a long weekend for me, baby. I'm so ready. 3 days off. Yes, I'm gonna sit there on
Hey,
Monday and play some games. That's what I'm gonna fucking do.
yeah, let's fucking go.
But this weekend's
What
gonna
what
be
what
jam-packed
holiday is
with
it?
stuff. This is Anzac Day. So in the UK, there's a similar. It's not celebrated as a holiday, but it's a day. It's Remembrance Day for all of the fallen veterans.
Okay,
Not quite sure what they call it in the US, but I'm
we have a
more than sure you'll have one.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it in May. It's called Memorial Day.
Do you get the public holiday off?
Mhm.
Yeah. In the UK, you don't get a day off. It's just Remembrance Day.
Not fair.
But for here, Anzac Day, we get a lovely day off, and I can dig it. Like there's a whole load of fairs going on in the city, which is really nice. I won't be going there because the city gets so busy on public holidays because there's nothing else to do.
Mhm.
All the shops are shut, so literally everyone's
Yeah.
funneled into one event. And
Mhm.
I don't know, I haven't got social anxiety, but I don't like big crowds anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
not I'm not into that. Um,
Same. Very same.
but yeah, it's I've needed a semi-long weekend. Work's been fine this week. It's for the first time ever in my entire career of life, I am going to ask for a review, which is I've had to ask for it. Usually, like my boss will
Ooh.
come to me and go,
Yeah.
like, "Can we just get this done?" Like, here's the questions. Usually, because in healthcare, there's nowhere to go. There's no
Yeah.
what do you call it? There's no like what bonuses. What do you want to call for business type stuff? Like, there's no incentives.
Yeah.
It's just you work your job, you get your money. Progression is very linear. Um,
Mhm.
but basically, I'm not doing the job I applied to do, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So, um, I'm just asking, like, when can I do the job that I applied to do? I get that we've got no staff, but
Mhm.
I kind of want to know when. So
Fair.
I feel very awkward asking for one because I know what my boss is like. He's a fantastic boss, and he for the stuff that he wants to do, for the stuff he's
Yeah.
passionate about. And he's not passionate about HR and man management and staff management.
So true. So true.
Yes. Um,
Very true.
I think Luke can relate to that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big time.
um, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna ping that email off
Fair.
this weekend, so he knows I'm serious because he reads his
Okay.
emails on weekends. Um,
I don't.
and we'll see where we go from that. So I might be jobless come the end of the week because he might just turn around and go get out.
He's like, "Your shit, get out." No, that won't happen. He'll probably say, "Oh man, yeah, this is what your boss will say." Your boss will most likely be like, "You're doing a great job with what you're doing right now. Uh, just can't really have you go do the thing that we hired you for because we need you to keep doing this."
Yeah,
And then you're gonna be like, "Okay, fair enough. When will
yeah,
I?"
I get that. Like
"Eh,
it's fair.
eh."
Like
Yeah,
but I feel like I'm a good employer. Like it's
yeah,
I understand that it's not
mhm,
gonna happen. I just want it on
yeah.
record
That you
that I
want
want it
to.
to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because there could be a chance that one day it could happen. And he's gonna remember that, and he'll be like, "Here you go."
He definitely will remember it because I'll keep reminding him.
Yeah. There you go. Gotta love the persistency. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but that's effectively been my week. It's been the most average, like mundane week. Nothing has happened at all. I know Luke has had some struggles that we will get into in a moment. Um, But yeah, there's been nothing on my front to report. It's
Nice.
getting cold now. For the first time
There you go.
this year, I had to put a hoodie on. That's crazy.
Ooh, go.
At least in this office, it's fine. If I shut the door, the PC kicks out enough heat that this room gets nice and toasty.
There you go. Who needs heating? We got a
But I will
PC.
I will let Luke divulge
Oh
the
yeah,
happenings.
man. Yeah, yeah. I always feel like we do typically like this last past couple of weeks of just they just they've we've been going through a lot of work and just in general. So the Chronicles of what did we call him last week? Little Jimmy. Um continued. Um uh Little Jimmy is officially been kicked out of school. Um so and it wasn't even Jimmy's fault. I mean, little Jimmy was getting kicked out in 2 weeks anyways. We were gonna give him 2 weeks. Uh so little Jimmy on I want to say what was it? Tuesday, little Jimmy on Tuesday. I don't even know what set the kid off this time, but apparently he not apparently, he lifted the porcelain lid off the toilet and threw it on the ground.
What, like, ripped it
Because he was
off?
mad. Like, like the lids to the toilets, right? Like those
Oh,
things.
like yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Like anyone can lift it up and like fix the shit.
Yeah.
Um, and they're children's toilets, so they're not that heavy at all. He was pissed off. He got kicked, moved out of his room because of some reason. I'm assuming he probably hit another kid because that's typically what little Jimmy does. Um,
Jesus
and
Christ.
instead he ran into the bathroom, screamed, lifted up the toilet seat, the toilet top lid, and then like he didn't pick it up, but he lifted it and pushed it right off, completely shattered. Um, that day he also uh attempted to not attempted, pulled down two other students' pants, which is like a no-go. Kid's 3 years old, going on 4. So he was on his way to get picked up for the day, but then they broke the toilet seat lid, and then we were like, "Okay, you're gonna go ahead and get suspended for the following day. You're not gonna come back to school for the next day." And so, it was just a typical like, "Okay, la da di da." The next day comes, and apparently the mother, who's been completely like just borderline, like just crazy. I don't like to use that word, but being very very aggressive and very very upset and very pointing the finger, saying we're not giving little Jimmy a chance, and we're like we've given little Jimmy 2 months and nothing's going the right way. He needs to go to a place that can better handle him a little bit better. And she's like, "You're going to give us 2 weeks." I'm like, "Well, his behavior is just he needs to go home." So apparently he saw his teacher at the local Walmart and proceeded to curse her out and threaten her in the store.
Little Jimmy?
Mom, little Jimmy's mom.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah, that's not
and
good.
so we had to then finally terminate care. And that did not go over well. Like lots of threats, lots of lying, lots of saying she lied, lots of just it's a whole mess. I mean, she was really fighting. I was like, and like threatening to call license, just like when people just don't get their way, and then
Yeah.
just start spewing out complete and utter nonsense and just throwing out idle threats and stuff like that, and just being like, I need you to tell the teacher to write a statement that I can have so I can give to my lawyer. And I'm like, ma'am, this happened outside of school.
Work hours. Yeah,
Like,
so it's off
yeah,
premises.
I cannot force her to give me anything that happened outside of work.
You go
You
to Walmart
can
and ask.
I was like, you can go to Walmart and ask, what I mean? And she's like, well, you should call Walmart. It's like, I'm not calling Walmart. I was like, this happened outside of work. And she's like, if it happened outside of work hours, why am I? It's like, because you threatened one of our staff members outside of work. So you have no way to prove that. I was like, ma'am, you're right. I don't have any way to prove it, but you saying that you didn't do?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "And so you're saying my teacher made it up?" She's like, "Yeah, because she doesn't want him to be." It's like, but he's gone regardless. Like, it's not like, "Oh my gosh, I can't handle him for 4 more days. I'm gonna make up the story to get him out." She's like, "Well, you don't." I was like, "Ma'am," I was like, "I'll tell you my entire schedule of work." I was like, "Ma'am, I was like, "Ma'am," it's like I literally was just like, "Ma'am," and of course, I'm very calm. I'm like, "Ma'am, I think the best thing is for you just to let it go. You're clearly not happy here. You're clearly not happy with management. What's gonna happen for the next 6 days is Lucas is probably gonna continue to act up. You're probably gonna get called to come pick him up multiple times during the day, which is gonna disrupt your workflow. And at the end of the day, like, this is just clearly not the fit for him. And, I would just walk away. We're giving you a refund so you don't have to pay this week. You don't have to pay for the next week, which is not against our, which is not policy. Typically, we make you guys pay for the 2 weeks. And that way you don't have to pay for the following month for your copay. I was like, yeah, I think it's just best that you walk away from this situation and just leave it be. And then if you feel like you need to do more, you're free to do it. But like your son he's not coming back. I'm sorry.
I
And
think that's
so
fair.
that was
You've been fair
yeah,
on both sides. Like,
yeah, we tried our best. I mean, it was getting to the point where the mother unfortunately was just being irate. And logically, again, I didn't really deal with her too much other than like I'm the calming presence that can talk to people when they're here, and because it takes a lot for me to get here,
yeah.
versus everyone else. So my superior was handling it. I mean, they were just cussing them out the entire time. And it was just getting to the point where it's just like it's getting exhausting. It's a everyday occurrence. It's just like even just as because what I basically said was like, I'm just gonna talk to you as just Luke for a second. I was like, ma'am, like just leave it be. Like it's not working out. He needs more than what we can provide for him. And that's not going to change no matter if we keep him full time here, whether or not it's for 2 weeks. I mean, he needs more one on one care. That's what
Y
he needs. I mean, you're saying he was diagnosed autistic, which we had no idea about. You told us this a week ago. Um,
sh
and,
is that a new
which is fine.
diagnosis then? Because surely you'd know that on, like,
Yeah, it
in
was, well, it
incoming.
was new. Apparently they were going to, he was being tested for stuff. Like she said, he was just going through testing. They didn't specifically mention if it was a mental thing. We had mentioned, I've been very careful about using that word because I don't use that word a lot. Because I truly don't even think he has it. I think he just has behavioral issues and just needs one-on-one attention. I've been doing this for 15 years. I don't want to say I'm an expert in the field, but I know a child who suffers from autism early on versus someone who doesn't typically. But everything now, people like to put everything under autism now, which I'm not a big fan of, anyways. And that's a whole nother discussion for another day. But at this time, like I handed her a pamphlet, and I was just like, "Hey, I know it says autism on it. I'm not saying he's autistic. I'm just saying that this company works one on one with children, so maybe they might be able to work one on one with him for something. Maybe we can get him in here and so he can have that one-on-one time. Like we worked with her. And then she's like, well, he's da da da. I was like, well, you didn't tell me that. Like I literally skirted around it a couple of times. She's like, yeah, I know, but we're just like, so I was like, but ma'am, you're telling us this now. Like if you were to tell us this up front like 2 months ago, I probably during your tour would have been like, we can try it out. But we're not always equipped to handle certain behaviors. Like we can handle some behaviors, like the non-violent ones we can handle pretty well. Like the ones who maybe are a little just bit more developmentally delayed, like with speech, or like they're still not potty trained, or they have a hard time expressing their emotions. They're still very crying. They very much are very sensitive to sounds and stuff like that. We can handle that stuff, but when it becomes a violent thing where other children are getting hurt, it's just like we can't do anything. We don't have enough staff. I mean, Jake, you already know we lost 4 people about a
Mhm.
month ago. and we've only managed to hire one person in that time period. And so like it's again, we're short staffed enough as it is, and we're just not equipped. We don't specialize in children. We don't have a person who specializes that. There's so many centers that do, which also help out with different programs, and that this family was getting support from the state, so which is really great for them, so they don't have to pay so much money. So it's just like there's a lot going on, that there's just so much more out there. And I was just like, I don't know why you're fighting it so hard. Like you really, really, really should just take the dismissal. I'm sorry that you might have to miss some work, but he just needs to go to a school that has someone that will work with him there. And you shouldn't go to a school that does not have something that they can work with. Be transparent with them. Yeah, you might have to go on 10 tours. And I told her, so you might have to go on 10 tours, go to 15 different schools, and she's like, well, I can't. I was like, I know, but if you have to support your child, like, I know it's frustrating and I know it's tough, but you have to support your child. And I think she finally kind of understood that. Whether she calls licensing and whether she was like threatening to get the news involved, and I'm like, if she wants to do that, that's fine. But like, our books are clean. We're a private school. We don't have to. We can dismiss children for any reason whatsoever. It's literally stated in our handbook. Um, I mean, we already found 5 instances which is in our handbook, which could cause for dismissal. And then licensing is just like, you can't, like, there's nothing you can do for licensing. I think she said, she's like, well, if a 3-year-old can lift the toilet seat, they're not properly, it's like they're small porcelain lids. It doesn't, he's going on 4, it doesn't, that's maybe 10 pounds.
Kids don't
It's not
realize
like
that.
a,
Well, people don't realize how strong kids are. Like
yeah,
they are
yeah.
like pure muscle at that point.
Hmm.
There's nothing
Oh
to
yeah.
him other than just muscle. It's-
Exactly. And so I'm just like, it's like a kid can lift up a table, lift it up, and it's 20 pounds. They might exert themselves, but they can definitely do it. And if they're mad, I mean, like, sky's the limit. They could probably lift a car if they were that determined.
yeah.
um, so that was the beginning of my week. So
Jeez.
the Chronicles of yeah, the Chronicles of Little Jimmy is over. I will miss the boy.
Oh,
I did have a very,
it's all right.
I did have a, yeah, I did have a little
30
soft
years
spot
time
for him.
or 4 years time, you'll
Yeah.
he's president of the United States, man. That's where he's going.
Exactly. He's gonna
20
like
2080 for little
he's gonna
Jimmy.
he's gonna do great things. I really the kid's a sweetheart. He just unfortunately just it sucks. It sucks. If he was
Yeah.
in public school, he'd be thriving. Just get him to public school. They'll there's programs in there. He'll be fine. And so on top of that, the following was it the following day? Did I message you yesterday or was the day? No, it was the same day. It was Wednesday, the
Yep.
day after, the day of the dismissal. Finally, when I found out the mother apparently cursed out the teacher at Walmart with her child in tow. I the following day, the previous day, I had gone home because I had ordered. I finally bit the bullet. I was like, all right, I'm going to order this specialized mic for podcasting. It's going to help me and Jake sound very similar. It's going to be great for upcoming video projects, and overall, it's just an investment at this point because I'm just like, I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend the $200+ on everything for it. Like Jake was sitting there on the call with me as I'm like 30 minutes debating and trying to figure out if I'm gonna do it or not. I finally do it, and it gets shipped to the house. They don't take a photo of it, but they say it's delivered, and it's the way my apartment setup is there's 4 different studio apartments. There's mine, one behind me, and then one below me, and then another one below me. And then the area is a free access area. Anyone can walk in that area. That's how people deliver the parcels. That's where our mailboxes are. So they have to be unlocked for that reason. So the guy says it's delivered. I'm like, okay, it got delivered at like 12 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, I can't really take a break to go grab it. Um, Let me just go ahead and I was a little nervous as it was. Maybe I put it in the air. I'm like, God, it's 6 hours out there. I mean, I live in a pretty decent neighborhood, but people can't just walk in and take stuff if they really, really wanted to. And then I walked in, it wasn't there. Um, I was very, very upset. So, I mean, I immediately, followed a, theft thing through Amazon. They said it's gonna take, like, 24 hours to kinda figure it out because they have to do a review because, I mean, obviously, people could technically say, "My shit got stolen, I need a refund," and it didn't actually get stolen. So, I mean, they have to review that. I've never listed anything as, like, stolen or something like that, so I wasn't on the list, but they're just like, "Well, it is shipped by a different seller. It's not fulfilled by Amazon. We might not be able to get a refund. You have to contact the seller." And I'm like, "I'm $200 down the drain, like, it's fine," but it's just like, "Dude, like, I want my money back, or I want you to send me a new item." Of course, there was only 2 in stock at the time, and there was no more left, for the mic itself. It was like, yeah, they coulda given me a new stand for the mic, but soon enough, like, as I was telling Jake this the following day, they did finally, approve the refund, and then it hit my bank this morning, which is nice, so I got it back by Friday. Um, but yeah, it was very frustrating. I don't know why the guy didn't take a picture. That was really odd to me. Maybe they were. I kn- I know I don't have great service when I'm not connected to Wi-Fi in this area, like in my area typically. So it could have like, I mean, guy maybe had like a third rate like mobile carrier thing or something like that. I don't know what kind of towers Amazon provide, or if they have special towers that are hooked on to always have signal. I don't know what Amazon does. But they basically the way they got around is they said improper, like what you improper drop off or something like that. Like the guy didn't
Yeah,
do
you
the job the
you
right
got
way.
so
And so
lucky
I
that that guy didn't take a
yeah,
photo. You
yeah,
got really lucky because
yeah,
if they did have a photo, you were cooked, completely
yeah,
cooked, because they'd be like, yeah, well, it's there and it was delivered and it was technically delivered
yeah.
properly. Because I hate it at the moment the fact that um, delivery companies get to just
Mhm.
leave it on your doorstep, and that is classed as secure delivery.
Yeah.
Like that, no. Like, as frustrating as it is, just take it to the office, take it to the post office.
Mhm.
Just don't leave it on my fucking doorstep because I
Yeah.
have it like my driveway is just onto a street. It's just a suburban street. There's however many houses, it's a cul-de-sac. So, but we're number two, so we're right at the junction up on the cul-de-sac. So anyone from on the main road can just look up and see, oh look, there's a parcel there. And what's even worse is sometimes I always try to tick the box that says put it in an Amazon box. Because sometimes I've had it where this exact thing happened with my road mics that came that Luke was buying. Um, they
Oh no.
yeah, they delivered them not in a box. So they came just two Rode pod mics sat. I don't cleared the box out just on my doorstep, so they could see that two podcast mics, like pretty expensive ones. Well, they're not. They're mid range, but like it was a 350 Australian dollar order, like because it had
Yeah.
the um in total because I needed my input, my XLR input, whatever interface.
Mhm.
I actually had to buy that from the UK, so that was coming later. But the fact that they put both microphones not in a brown box, just in their own like on the shelf packaging, retail packaging, at what like 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I don't get home till 7 p.m. at night. And the worst bit is like, well, you don't have cameras, so like you don't having security cameras is good, but also bad because let's be honest,
Yeah.
your security footage won't get anything because if they're gonna steal it, I don't know actually because I've seen some Americans stealing out of post boxes and they're weird as hell because they just walk up like me, like with face out and everything. If you're gonna steal something, at least wear a mask.
I know, right?
um, but yeah, it's not good because people will just walk up and steal it, and the
Yeah.
security camera just picks it up, and you just I mean, you've got evidence to send to Amazon then at least to say like, look, I've got footage of it being stolen. This was your fault because you didn't deliver it properly. Because most of the time, my parcels say signature required. Whose fucking signature have you got when it's on my fucking doorstep?
No one's.
But yeah, that
No one.
having not having a picture, I think saved you a massive headache this time round.
It did. It did.
Um,
It did big
I'm just
time.
really glad you got the money back, man. Because I did think when it got to
Yeah.
Wednesday, because I'm pretty sure you ordered it and it was meant to come on Monday.
Yeah, I made it for Tuesday because, the mics would have came on Saturday. No, Sunday, and the stand was gonna come on Tuesday. So, I said, "Let's just put them all together." I can wait. I was like, "I don't need the mics until Friday anyway, so we'll put them on Tuesday delivery, with the mic stand." So,
Yeah.
but retrospect, maybe I should have because I would have been home and I could have grabbed the mics. So,
So
yeah, yeah.
maybe we'll go for it again. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
attempt it at a later date.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. It's still fresh in the wound. It might be another couple weeks before I'm like, "All right, I'll do it. I'll
Because
do it, I
it's a
guess."
big purchase, and like I
It
get this
is.
anxiety as well. Like I was saying to Luke, basically we both we go mathed it right because now you're $200 up, and I'm
Mhm.
technically $320 up Australian because I was going to buy a new webcam, and I kind of have this rule like in my brain is if I see something on Amazon or anywhere and I want to buy it, I always have to wait until the next payday.
Right.
So that's like my cooling off period to think like, oh, I put it in my cart. I don't actually want it. I don't actually need it.
Mhm.
So be with it. It was originally 320. It was down to I think it was about 230. So it was about $100
Oh,
off for
nice.
this. It was Insta 362C or whatever. It's one of those like on the gimbal 4K. Like
Mm.
it's really good in low light settings, which
Mhm.
it might not look like it in this room because I ascend all the time. But the majority of the time when I do like recording for projects, it's at nighttime, so it's very low light in
Yeah,
this room, and I'm not putting the big light on. I refuse to put the big light on. Like that's
yeah,
not it's a UK thing that we
yeah,
just don't put big light on. Um, so I was like, yeah, cool, really good deal. Got to
yeah.
Wednesday, I get paid on a Thursday, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Still on sale. Like, I've technically got the money in my account and I get paid tonight, so I could do it. I was like, no, that's breaking the rules. It's Thursday's payday. Um, and then I wake up on Thursday and I do my work stuff, message Luke, get on the train, and I was like, right, okay, I can buy this now. And it's not on sale anymore. So I've just, girl math, I'm $300 up.
Hey, let's go. Nah, that's I have that role too, but it's not you're a little bit more diligent than me. I'm a very impulsive, like, I'm the most impulsive buyer that there is in the entire world. Like, clicking on something and paying something that's like $200 is a big deal for me. But buying 5 separate things that add up to $200, don't even worry, don't sweat about it. Like, it's not even like, "Ah." Like, I'm like that kind of person. Like, it was like took me everything to buy that, and then, like, the other day, I just randomly spent $100 on just junk for no reason. Because like, "Oh, I'll take that." And then I saw the price, I'm like, "Shit, that's a pot mic." Um,
Yeah.
but, um but my rule is 3 days. I give it 3 days for me to cool down on any impulsive purchases. Um, Typically, like, anything that's, like, something I don't, like, need. Like, guitar that I use for Clone Hero, it broke. Like, it's just not connecting. The USB thing isn't working, and it's not one of the things that you connect to the guitar. It's like plugged into the guitar, so it's like pretty much
Mm,
stunzo. And so if I want a new one, they're like 80 to $100. Or my local like retro game store has like Guitar Hero guitars there for like $100. This was about a month ago, but I was like, I'm gonna go get it. Like, I just want to play the game. I'm like, you know what, Luke? It's $100. You have the money, but do you really need to spend $100 right now? And so I waited 3 days, and then by 3 days, I just had no desire to play Clone Hero, so I haven't played it in about a month, so I saved myself $100. And then there's other things like that, like, the Switch, I had been looking on Facebook Marketplace for a couple days when because I knew Champions was coming out. I was like, "All right, my deal is I'm not gonna spend more than" I think I was telling myself, "I'm not gonna spend more than $150 on a Switch OLED, whatever I can get." And then 3 days went by. I went looking. There was one for $100 and worked out. But I would have like I was debating like just going to buy a Switch 2. Like I was like, let me just do it, you know. But I was like, no, because there's not anything I really need for the Switch 2. There's no games that I really want to play that are Switch 2 exclusives that are out yet. It's $450. So I'm just like, yes, will I be using it a lot in the future? 1000%. But am I going to be using it right now? No. And is it going to put a pretty decent dent? Yeah. Like not decent, but it's going to put a big dent in there. So waited and I was like, I'll just get a Switch for $100 if I can get it for $100. $100 is nothing to me. Um, and yeah, so that's just how I do it.
Yeah,
um,
it's smart budgeting, and
yeah,
having that barrier to impulse purchase
mm,
is very good. It's very good.
it's
Like
it is, it is.
I can't count the amount of dollars I've saved from just having a
Yeah.
method of cooldown. Because
Mm,
I even get it to a point where it comes and then I just return it because
fair.
I've done a lot of Amazon returns recently. I think my account's actually been flagged, but they've all come back and they've all been approved.
Yeah.
But it's just me buying things, and then I get to it. It's like, I kind of needed the money, and I don't really need this. So let's send it back.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm being paid like twice in the middle of the week because I've been paid. I've bought all my Amazon purchases or whatever. It's mainly just tech, and then it gets here for like 2-3 days afterwards, and then the refund
Mhm,
like you takes till Friday. It's like it's a little nice
yeah.
little paycheck for the weekend.
Drinks on me, boys. Just got my
It's just
Amazon return.
yeah, just Amazon just held my money for a little bit. I'm using them as like a reserve bank.
That's funny. That's actually hilarious.
uh,
Oh
but yeah,
man.
I'm glad that we got to a resolution. It actually fully made my day because when Luke sent that message,
Good.
I was fuming, like really bad. Like I was so angry, and
Yeah.
because
Jake was
it
angry.
what
I was depressed. I was like,
because
no.
well, you may hear that Luke's microphone sounds a little bit better. Well, like, but it was
Yeah.
tweaked in preparation of Luke just plugging in that microphone, and
Mhm,
he would have been ready to go. We'll probably do a little couple of tweaks after this podcast to make it better
mhm.
on the Blue Yeti. But yeah, we were really looking forward to having like a cohesive, what do you call it, sound between us both. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to be hard anyway. Like we're already fighting against the will that is the cable in the sea. Um,
Yeah.
Luke's in America, I'm in Australia. Like recording through Discord is not the best audio
No,
platform.
never is.
I mean, but there's some of the podcasts I've been watching recently. So we'll do like a tangent into fucking
Mhm.
podcast quality because Jesus Christ, I did not
Oh,
realize how good
rough.
podcasts are like on YouTube. Holy moly! So I don't often listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, but there is one or two guests that I really like when they go on Joe Rogan. Like, I don't tend to watch one, but the main two is Brian Cox, which is two for astrophysicists, and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Um,
Mhm.
I love their podcast. I watch Star Talk pretty much every week with whatever
Okay.
Neil throws out, and Brian Cox is basically the British version of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Mhm.
Makes astrophysics and space time theory a bit more digestible to the public because it's mind-boggling sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
and the third guy is Bob Lazar. Do you know who Bob Lazar is, Luke?
No, but it doesn't he doesn't sound like astrophysicist.
No, right. Your YouTube feed's going to end up like mine, and you're going to look like a bit of a
Oh.
cooker, Luke. But
Oh?
so Bob Lazar is um he how to describe him? He is a like what do you call him? Like he works with like rocket engines, but he's not like employed by NASA or anything. He like
Okay.
just he like put a rocket engine in a Honda and he'll put it on like a bike. He's like a tinkerer,
Okay.
like a
Okay. Yeah.
um or he was. Then he got hired by um the US government to work at S4, which is the hidden site of Area 51, just south of Area 51. Um,
Okay.
This is confirmed. He has like full, like all his records are confirmed. He was there at S4. He is the only verified source to have actually touched a UFO and worked
Okay.
on a UFO. And I just find it really, really interesting. And because I'm a firm believer that aliens are out there, but they
Oh, yeah.
are 1,000,000%. I'm not like too far into the cooker stories with all the like the pyramid, like the pillars under the pyramids and the like where
Yeah.
like just basically someone's playing Sims with us.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case, but Bob is a really good listen. It's Joe Rogan's most viewed podcast on YouTube. His first
Oh,
interview.
cool.
Um, so now he's come back on because there's a new documentary released on. This is not sponsored ads or whatever. Like we would never have. Look, we've got 100 and something subscribers. This is not sponsored whatsoever. But it's starting to sound like it is. He's got a new documentary called S4, but you have to. It's to
Okay.
rent or buy. So I'm doing my impulse thing of I'm gonna get my YouTube fix. It's only $10 to watch it, but I'm doing my impulse thing of like, if it's $10, I might not have to spend it. But
You might not.
he's doing his podcast rounds, and
Okay.
he went on Joe Rogan, and I was like, okay, that was a really cool one. And then as YouTube works, it's like, oh, you watched 3.5 hours of this, you want more. So my whole YouTube feed is now covered in aliens
Nice.
and alien podcasts.
Nice.
And there's one guy I can't remember. I'll quickly like pop up my YouTube app on my phone because I think it's called Area 52 is his channel.
Yeah.
And like the level of production going into his podcasts is unreal. And I also took like quite an interest into how he tinkers it because he uses the same microphone as me. So I was like, oh, if
Okay.
Luke had the same microphone as well, we could sound like this. But it goes to goes to show how far we can come as a podcast. Because like
Yeah.
I'm used to just the usual sat here. Like if we were in a room, we would have a 3-camera setup, one with both of us, one with just me, one with just Luke. And we've kind of toyed around with that idea of trying to do it in a virtual space, which I don't think really works, but maybe in the future we'll give it another go. Oh my god, I've watched so much like Ancient Aliens and stuff.
He's a believer now. I mean, he was a believer before, but now he's a believer.
But now I'm going to change this podcast into just alien stuff. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it because I'm also looking at like camera reviews. My
No.
YouTube is just like an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's called Area 52. It's a huge podcast. He's
Okay,
getting like 2.4
nice.
million views. But he's got like an amazing set, and it just blew my mind. Like the level of detail that I couldn't edit that in the time. We record this on Friday for me. Friday for Luke, Saturday for me. I then have. It's basically uploaded the same day, but if I wanted to edit the podcast to that standard, it would take me like 2 weeks to edit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe that's where we need to go to elevate the podcast, where it's like we get a couple ahead and then we elevate the editing a little bit. But I did not realize how far. And then obviously because I've now watched 2 podcasts on YouTube, it now pushes me a load more. And I've started branching out into a whole load of podcasters now. And the quality that's being thrown out, man, it's unreal. Absolutely unreal. I mean, I'd love a studio space and be able to fly to Luke every single week. It's a dream, man.
We can't
It's
do
a
that.
dream.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Oh, just
Can't,
having
unfortunately.
something in person.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe
it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. Maybe when I plan my vacation to come visit you, maybe I'll make it a 2-week vacation. Maybe we'll take 2 weeks off together, and 1 week we're gonna record 52 podcasts together.
I mean,
We're gonna record for 24 hours straight.
Just please don't put anything more in my editing queue. Like, My editing queue is so big at the moment.
Yeah, that this is like a year, 2 years down the line, maybe.
I mean,
We'll
it's
do
possible though.
we'll record
I've got 2
we'll
mics.
record for a whole
Oh,
year. Yeah,
I was gonna pull
yeah.
the other
Well, I
one
mean, I
mic
hope
in, but I almost took my internet
well
out.
well, hopefully, I mean, I'll have the Rode Pod mic by then, so the quality should be better. But no, I agree. It's obviously the dream, and I mean, we do have to kind of go into it with a the mindset of like, yes, the podcast. We love the podcast. It's one of our favorite things. It's literally the thing we do. Um, but I think the one thing I learned really early on is you don't need to go balls to the wall with everything right from the get go. Grow your audience, grow your sound, have a concrete idea. That when you know what you're doing, like yeah, now would be the time to be like, all right, we know what we're doing. We know the flow of how we want to do the podcast. Now we aren't so topic focused, kind of like let's robotic. We're gonna talk about this for 20 minutes and this for 10, da 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 da. So now would be the time to invest in it and like be like, all right, let's literally just put your money where your mouth is and make it work. Which is definitely something that we will do. It's just one of those things where Jake is in the process of potentially buying a home in the near future. I'm in the process of working on a promotion. When I get the promotion, this is going to be great. More money is going to be happening my way where I can afford to do it, but it's like still balancing the act of real. This is not this. This is a passion project, and it's
Yes.
just more of a. It's not. And until we wire our brains and make it like we would have to literally wire our brains to be like, no, this is me and Jake are just gonna have to quit our jobs, guys, and make it's basically what it's gonna boil down to. I'm kidding.
I was
I'm
saying to
joking.
no, I was saying to Rach, I was like, we've got enough money in the bank where one of us can quit for 3 years. We'll end up with nothing after those 3 years, but
I mean, fuck it. You want to support one more?
oh, you
But
can come live
no,
with us in Japan, Luke. We keep eyeing up all of these
these
properties. I mean,
servers.
God bless Japan at the moment. They went through a 7.8
Yeah,
Richter earthquake off
yeah.
the coast, and I don't think it actually evolved into a tsunami because I didn't see
Thank God.
any news on it, and I feel like I would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these
Well,
houses on like in the middle of Hokkaido and Kyoto, they're like $10,000, Luke, for a 4 bed. And I look at it and
yeah,
go, maybe I just want the simple life, just an internet
yeah.
connection and a house in the hills, and
Mhm.
a little bit of income from somewhere. I'll try and
Yeah.
find. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Hey, I was like, as you could always do what every American could probably do if they really wanted to is just go teach English, and you're good.
Good. Oh yeah.
Go teach Go
Oh
teach
no,
English.
no,
Yeah, that's
no!
literally what it
I'll
is.
come. I'll give rise to some awkward Japanese Yorkshire hybrids that
They just
they'll all
come
come
in
out with
talking with the
Yorkshire
thicket
accents, and no one will
the
understand what they're
thickest
saying.
the thickest the thickest British accents, and they're just like, "What? What do you say?" Like, they go to speak in their own language, and they have a Yorkshire accent. So oh,
I mean,
man. But no,
the Aussies
that'd
sometimes
be
have
funny.
struggle to listen to me. Like they're like, "What did you just say?
Yeah,
Like, are you sure? What?"
yeah. I know, right? I think it's so weird because I talk to you every week. I don't think I it's weird to like obviously you have a British accent and obviously that's your voice, but like it doesn't to me you don't have an accent. This is just Jake. This is how Jake sounds to me in my
You've
head. Like
acclimatized to
people
it.
are like I've been climatized to it. Like I mean shit, I mean the Disney trip got me into the lingo. I don't think I've called a line in a long time. I think I refer to them as cues.
We're
Um
win. We're winning, boys.
yeah. Yeah. The first time they're like, "I'm gonna wait in the queue," and I'm just like, I think I finally asked Jake, I was like, "What is it? Is that line? What is it? What do you mean the Q? What is the Q? Why are you all so obsessed with the letter Q? Um, is it the queen? Like, I mean, no.
Well,
But
technically, yes.
well, te but yeah, like, to me, it is funny to think about that too, because it's just kinda like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." I mean, yeah, Jake I always forget to tell people that, "Yeah, oh, my friend Jake lives in Australia." And they're like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, he's British." "Well, what?"
What?
I'm just like, "Well, I mean, yeah, he's" it's like, "How did you
I'm
mean?"
one of
"Ah,
that. I'm
yeah."
like I'd say 15 to 20% of the population down here is English. Like,
Oh, fair.
well, British. A lot of
Yeah.
Irish, a lot of Scottish. I can understand that. It's cold in those places, man. It's so cold,
Yeah.
and they come here for the beaches and the weather.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like the migrant population is like majority English, which is
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like what about yeah, 1 in 10, 2 in 10 people, or 1 in 5 people you speak to will be English.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
wild.
mean, that does boil down, though, probably to the fact that it was Australia was a British territory for a really long time,
Yeah,
so,
and we've all got
it's like
reciprocal agreements and stuff, so it
yeah.
makes the process much easier. Um,
Yeah. English speaking people typically are always, though, a micro population for most countries
yeah,
nowadays. I mean, other than maybe like, India and stuff like that, and Russia and stuff like some like other like countries like in Africa and stuff like that. But like Japan, it's definitely not Chinese or Koreans, English and vice
yep.
versa, and Korea and vice versa, and China and vice versa, and like you said, Australia and vice versa, and people speak French, but they're the micro population. Well, actually, in France, it might be Spanish. It might be Spanish in France, actually.
I think there's
They're
a lot of
closer. I don't
African
know.
in France
That's
because it
fair. Fair.
technically because there's a lot of French speaking African countries. So it's
Fair.
again, it's easy for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
It's same language.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Fair, fair. But yeah, it's
it's
interesting for sure. But yeah,
the world
it's a time.
demographic.
Yeah, the podcast can, one day, guys, we're gonna get to that quality. But I mean, I do think it's definitely just one of those things where we have to also sit back and be like, all right, what is this podcast called? Okay. How many subscribers? Okay. How long have you been going for? Oh, 5 years. Okay. We're still babies at the end of the day, and it doesn't happen overnight. And we're not like established content creators that decided to make a podcast where we already had like a very strong built up following that could follow us here, because unfortunately one thing that we have learned is it's hard to take your following that you've built and bring it to another demographic usually, because it's just tough. It's always tough. Like my TikTok to Twitch follow through was nothing. Like I think when I stopped posting frequently on TikTok, it was sitting at 120,000 followers at that point, which is nothing to snuff at. But it's not like the biggest thing, but still 100,000 people that would watch my videos. I mean, typically every single day, a video would post would get 20,000 to 30,000 views pretty much consistently at that point. And then when I started doing Twitch, it just had a good initial boost. But I think I capped out at like maybe 300 followers, maybe, or something like that, maybe 400 followers, somewhere around. Like I think I was like right below you and Seb. Like it wasn't too far behind, but I was like a little bit below you guys who'd been streaming a couple months more than I had. But like those, I would say like maybe 50, 60, 70 of them were from TikTok, and the other I had built through Twitch.
Mhm.
So, and then obviously when we stopped doing Twitch and we did this, we basically built an entire new audience with this. Like, it's obviously our friends will listen to this and stuff like that. But we've built an entirely new audience from this.
Yeah,
So
it was a fresh off the rip 0 subscriber
yeah.
special. It,
Oh yeah. Nothing.
I do feel like sometimes I maybe need to make like I have a new channel just in the background that I've never really used, but
Mhm, mhm.
I do worry because you do watch these like algorithm people, and they're like, oh, if you're an old channel, you're basically like you're cooked. Because my channel
Yeah.
is old, it's
Yeah.
ancient, like it's from 2013,
Mhm,
2012. I made my channel, and
mhm,
I had previous channels before this one. Um,
mhm.
but apparently there's some like vintage channel like thing where basically they don't push your content because it's an old one, or because they want you to make a new account, new details, new bank details. Basically, it's just information hoarding. And then if your
Yeah.
new account does well, it pushes it, gives you more incentive, and then they'll slowly dwindle you off, and you'll make a new account, and then it
Mhm.
typical tech business, robbing
Yep.
people.
Oh yeah. Robbing. Give me your money.
Uh,
Um,
but we'll navigate it. I'm pretty sure we'll hit something soon. But yeah,
yeah.
we do the very basics at the moment, and we're trying to get the basics right. And then when the basics come out, because we've had shorts do pretty well. We've had
Mhm.
TikToks do pretty well. Like when we tried doing the short form stuff. Um, Obviously it fell off because we couldn't keep up with that amount of editing
Yeah.
and
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 time. Yeah.
content post production. Um, and we don't want to sacrifice the quality of what we've tried to achieve so far with what 70 something episodes. It's
Yeah.
like we're not even at 100 episodes yet. Like
Mhm.
we're so infantile in terms of podcasts that like what's Joe Rogan on 3,000 something or other.
Exactly. Like it's gonna one yeah, like podcast episode 277 is when we're gonna hit our boom. I could just feel it in my
I don't, when do we
five
hit
years from
that?
now, okay?
I was gonna say
Probably 5 years
that's a
from now.
long time ago
I
away.
mean, we're gonna hit 100 this year, um, for sure. And then yeah, so that's would be 2 full years. So another 2 years, and probably yeah, about yeah, 5 years going on the fifth year of the pod at that point. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Maybe, yeah,
But
maybe we need to
it'll be
start
fun.
planning. We'll have to start planning like improvements in little
Yes,
incremental stages.
we're gonna get there eventually. But there's one thing because we're talking about nostalgia, we're talking about our podcast, we're talking about I just remember there was this one video that we did. It was what was it? Was it like three game? It was some we were talking about games that we can't stand. Um, and obviously my most hated game of all time is Assassin's Creed 3. Fucking awful game.
Tied with The
Trash.
Last of Us.
Tied with the last of which I haven't played yet, and I refuse to play. That could be a 10. I know that if I actually sat down and played it, I probably would enjoy it, but I refuse to. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I'm tired of seeing that shit in my face. But back in the day, yeah, we talked about Assassin's Creed 3. But speaking of Assassin's Creed 3, I mean Assassin's Creed specifically, one of me and yours' favorite Assassin's Creed is actually getting a proper remake, and that is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Resynced, I think is what it's called. And it looks fucking great. It looks amazing, gorgeous. It brought back the entire crew. It just looks fucking awesome, dude. I'm super stoked. It's coming out this year in July, so we've got
Oh, holy moly. I
four,
thought that
six,
like
three
I heard
months.
rumors of it, but I didn't think it was like
Yep.
tentatively real that soon.
Mhm. Yeah, built from the ground up, like, and I couldn't be happier because I feel like yeah, while selfishly I would want them to remake 2 or Brotherhood, like my 2 favorite games. I really love Black Flag. It's my second favorite Assassin's Creed. Because it goes Brotherhood, 4, 2, and then the rest of them. And no sequential order other than Odyssey being at the very bottom. Just fuck that game. Oh, 3 being at the very bottom and then Odyssey. I feel like 3 is a given that I hate that game. I don't even count it in my mind.
Write it off. Doesn't
Um,
count.
yeah, it doesn't count. But no, it looks really good. I didn't realize I knew it was coming, but I saw the trailers for it today. I was like, oh shit, this is fucking sick. So I'm very, very excited to get into that when it does drop. That will probably be a day one purchase for me because I love that game. Like I know what to expect. I played that on the PS3, and then I replayed it on the
Yeah.
Xbox One when it came out for Xbox One. I'm halfway through it on like Steam. Like it's just a great game and it holds up. And as long they built it from the ground up, so it's like it's one of those things where you can't go wrong, right? You can't fuck up a
It's a
good game.
banker. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
just
like
it I'm trying to
it's
think,
like the
like, I
Resident
can't
Evil
the
remakes.
best
Like
thing is,
you
I
can't.
can't even remember the story. That's the best
Yeah,
thing for me. I can't remember
that's,
what went on. So, like,
mhm,
when I come to play it again, and I played it like you I bought it on Steam because it always went on sale. I think I bought it for, like, 5 quid or
yeah,
something, like, it was dirt
yeah,
cheap. At that point, I had a GTX 770. Like, I wasn't playing on maxed out graphics. Um,
mm,
I'm yeah, I'm pumped. Absolutely pumped for
yeah,
this. It's one
yeah.
of the
No,
first
I'm
games
super
this year
stoked.
that I've looked at and gone, "That's it. Yep."
Yep, buying it. Yeah, no, I mean it's a bank, right? Like you can't buy like I think of they remade Resident Evil 4, right? One of the most beloved video games of all time, Resident Evil 4, remade it. Great. Some people have a little bit small issues here and there about it, but it's like you just remake you remake the best game out of the franchise, according to some, and don't fucking do nothing to it, but rebuild it from the ground up and add small little tweaks, maybe some missions, make some quality of life improvements overall to it, and you've got a bang on fucking hit. Obviously, it's probably not going to sell as well as you may want to because it is a remake. But it also is gonna bring in a new audience and stuff like that, so I'm fucking stoked for it. I'm really happy for it. I think this is it's the first game this year that I'm going to buy that's I know about ahead of time, I think. 'Cause I haven't really bought any new games that I did buy a new game this week because I was depressed. So I bought after the pod mic fiasco, I just like I needed a dopamine hit, and I'm like, nothing gives me more of a dopamine hit than like unfortunately spending money and buying video games and shit I want. So I was like, I went on a bin looking for like new JRPGs that came out because I'm a sucker for a turn-based fucking JRPG game. And apparently it came out this year. I basically how did that even? There's like a whole story behind it. So I was looking at it. I opened up PS Plus. I was like, what's for free? Maybe I just need a dopamine hit of playing something new. So Monster Hunter Stories 2 for free. It's like, okay, what is this? And then I went on a whole fucking like down like what's the word I'm looking for? A whole I
Rabbit
spiraled
hole.
out and went on like rabbit hole. There we go. Something with a hole. I knew it was a hole somewhere. There was a hole somewhere, guys.
Black hole with aliens.
It was yes. It was a rabbit hole. All right. I went down a whole rabbit hole of like learning about it. I was like, okay, okay. And everyone's like, it's great, it's great. And then the first one, like that one's good too. And they're like, there's the third one that came out this year, and you don't need to play it. It's the best version of the game. I think IGN gave it a 9.5 out of 10, which is great for a JRPG for like not named Persona or Final Fantasy. So it was $70. It came out in March. It's like fuck it, dude. Whatever, I'll play it. I'm really enjoying it. But it was not on my radar at all. It was just one of those games where I'm just like, interesting. I like Monster Hunter. Never I didn't even know what it was. I was like, oh, is it just Monster Hunter with like more story emphasis and not fighting more monsters? And then yeah, I just found out it's a turn-based RPG with gotcha elements and Pokemon monster capturing and fucking going to find eggs and getting different versions of the eggs and then having to repopulate the population to get better variants. And there's rare finds. It's like it's my cup of tea. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you're combining fucking turn-based RPG elements, a good story from what people have said, and Pokemon and fucking spawn rates and crafting and
Sign us up.
take my it's like,
Biff.
take my money at take my money at that point. That I'm like, "Great." But, yeah, Black Flag, is Resynced is, like, the one where know it's coming out this year. I didn't think it was coming out this soon, but it's just one of those ones where it's announced, "I want it." It's gonna be a day one purchase for me, which is nice because I haven't had that feeling in a while. I think I think the last game I bought was, the last well, I mean, obviously, like, ZA was probably the last one that me and you both bought,
Yeah.
when it came out because we were like, I mean, we have to, it's Pokemon, it's our identity. Anytime Mr. Pokemon drops something that's not a spinoff, it's just Pokemon, we're like, "Fuck it, I'll take our money." It's already been pre-purchased, a while ago. Um, and then, like, what was it? Digimon, like, Digimon Time Stranger was another one I got day one. That was it, really, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
no,
I haven't bought anything.
Shadows. I got Shadows I played that day one. Never beat that one, but it's not one like, it's so tough because I was thinking about it the other day because for some fucking reason, I typed in my YouTube name in Google, and it popped up my fucking game catalog. And it was like it was like the 3rd thing, I guess my game catalog gets fucking hits. I don't fucking know why Google's like, "There's so much more to loot," but there's like, "But it's fucking game catalog, y'all." Um, um, and I clicked it, and it's like currently playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm just like, "Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I forgot about." I'm like halfway through that. Maybe I'll pick it up at some point. Probably not, but,
probably not. No, it's gone.
probably not. was a great game while I played it. I enjoyed it very much. I just found
I still
something
need to
else, or I
finish
just
Hollow
stopped.
Knight. Like, I've fucking hell. I can't
Yeah.
remember the last time I
Well,
played
no,
that. It
we
was over a
still
year ago.
we we need to finish fucking ZA DLC.
Oh god.
Actually, I have to replay ZA. I forgot about that. I have to replay the entire fucking game because I don't have save data for it. Do that for you know what? New fucking content idea, guys. I'm gonna go buy a capture card and you're gonna rewatch me play all the Switch Pokemon games from start to finish again.
I mean, I'm down. I'll watch it. That's
That's
cool.
that's
That's cool.
fucking
Hey, look,
con. fucking,
I'm on my retro hype at the moment. I'm shiny hunting in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I mean, look at me.
I'll
Look at
fucking
this.
cry.
Look what
I'll
I've got.
fucking
I stay strapped with my
there you go. Your
Pokewalker.
Poke. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Fucking watch me fucking cry. Fucking playing Scarlet and Violet. I'm like, it's so laggy. Where's the cotton ball? I can't get past the tumbleweed, Jim. What the f? Um, but but yeah, it's fun. I'm excited. It's nice to talk. It's nice to be excited about games. And I guess you said you're gonna play some video games this weekend, so that's what got my mind. You said this an
Yeah,
hour ago, and it got my mind going. I'm like, "Ooh, what's he gonna play? What's he gonna play?" And then I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna play Monster Hunter, and then I'm gonna do some more stuff for our projects, which is super fun."
yes.
Um,
Oof.
yeah. We're getting some we're making some headway. We're making some headway now, which is great. Scripting's going I'm finally getting in the flow of scripting. Unfortunately, as I was in the flow of scripting, I saw the time. I was like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. It's time to do the podcast. I
Yeah,
gotta go to but I'm like in the flow. I'm like, all right, this is great. Da, 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 da. It's just nice because it's cool to see progress getting made and just knowing that once the scripting's done, now the fun part of recording it is going to be done. And then Jake gets the really, really fun part, which again, Jake is a- amazing at his job. And without Jake, this shit would not be the dual hemisphere hangout would not be what it is without Jake because I can't edit for shit. I can learn how to edit. I try my best, but it's a lot for me. And I need if I'm gonna edit, I need Jake next to me or on a call with me to help me remember how to do shit because
I
I'd be
would
like,
not
all right,
throw
what
you into a movie length edit for the first edit you're
yeah,
ever doing.
yeah. He's just like, all right, Jake. He's like, all right, Luke, you ready to edit a movie? Huh?
Here's 18 hours of content. Go sift through that for a little
As,
bit.
as I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, got a 10-second clip. How do I hit cut again? How do I fade? Oh, cool. Is it V, right? V? Okay, cool. Thanks.
So funny enough, I don't even know
That's
the
me.
shortcuts because it's all on my Steam Deck. So like, I don't even know that. I couldn't even tell you. That's the worst bit. It's like I just press a button
That's
and it does it.
He's like, "Where's your Steam Deck, Luke?" I'm like, "I don't know. What's the code?" It's the funny thing, guys. It's and we'll wrap it up in a second. It makes me laugh every time because I don't know why I chose to be to want to do like content because I am like technologically inept. Like I am not good at tech. I'm like so every time I have to share my screen with Jake like for like an hour every time we like get on a call. And Jake knows me so well that he knows when I'm confused. He's like, all right, the little red dot. All right, dad, lower to the left, to the left. Because I just can't find like he's telling me a red dot. I'm like, I don't see a red dot. And he's like, lower, lower. It's like, okay, right there. Okay, cross it. I'm like, what does that mean? Exit. I was like, oh, okay, okay. It's just like but there's a file on my computer that's called not desktop, which is where I used to put all my shit on my desktop, but now I put it in not desktop because that's where I know all my important shit is. It's in not desktop.
I do need to go. You need to give me remote access to your PC so I can fucking clean it out. That's what
Yeah,
I need to do.
yeah. The ADHD brain of Luke is just like that's. I was like, it's a not desktop. I don't know where not desktop, but it's in there somewhere, somewhere. But that's always fun. Jake. I know Jake enjoys it. It's just
Yeah,
brings
it's
the
fun.
charm
It's good
back.
fun. It's good fun.
It's yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's fun.
That's all it is.
But but yeah, but guys, we'll wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening each and every week. I really appreciate it. You guys are killing it on the audio side. I think this month has been our best month audio wise since we started the podcast. So thank you guys so much for listening all over the world. YouTubers, thank you guys so much for putting us on the background. If you put us in full screen, you can see our beautiful faces. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Put
you
that.
guys. Always like and share, guys. And
You don't need to see my ugly mug. Just leave it in the background.
But anyways, guys, that'll do us. We'll see you guys on the next step. Bye.